Hello and welcome to this video, which is all about vlogging. Many of my friends have commented on how relaxed and calm I appear on camera and how effortlessly I seem to record my videos. It's nice to get a little compliment like that. But it's down to how I record and how I edit the videos, which gives you, the viewer, perhaps that impression. But how I record videos is a little more difficult. And hopefully in this video, I'm going to share with you some tips, some tricks, some advice on how to vlog in public and how to do it better. Vlogging is all about talking to camera, walking down the streets or sitting in a park or some fixed location and talking to a camera. Just as I'm doing here now, walking through the back streets of St John's Wood in North London. Sitting at home and narrating over pre-recorded video clips is far simpler. But vlogging puts you at the centre of the video, there and then, recording your events, telling your story or journey, recording everything that happens. It's rather a similar way to news journalists who do a live outside broadcast. Sometimes it goes according to plan, and other times they're mobbed by the crowd or have unwanted background noise and activity, and they cut back to the studio. But we can't do that when vlogging. We have to find another way, which usually involves re-recording a section several times. And this is the fourth attempt that I've had to deliver this section to camera. So depending on what type of video you're making and how you edit your video, vlogging creates a different experience to the viewer. Yes, most definitely. This way you can overlay images of what you're talking about to enhance the story that you're telling. It makes more of a viewing experience to your viewers. B-roll also hides any unwanted activity, breaks in narrations to camera, and anything else you might want to hide, which might spoil the viewing experience. Editing helps set the pace or tone of the video, especially if you vlog with the edit in mind. Yes, it's very difficult to vlog in public for so many reasons. So let's go through a few of the problems you can encounter when you vlog in public. I suppose one of the major issues is the weather. Today's a lovely sunny day here in London as I cross over the Regent's Canal heading towards Regent's Park. But if it's raining or windy, you've got an umbrella, and makes it very difficult to vlog. It's very difficult to hold an umbrella and hold a camera and walk and talk at the same time. I have done it in many of my videos, but it isn't easy at all, and I have to think very carefully about how I'm going to complete the video, or whether I can actually complete the video, especially if it's windy. Trying to hold an umbrella in the wind is even more difficult. So the weather is a huge factor when vlogging. And also watching where you're going as well. You want to talk to the camera, and which is what we're trying to do. But trying to cross a road, there we go, watching where you're going, uneven pavements, other pedestrians coming towards you, that's people who are visually impaired, e-scooterists, cyclists, they all hinder you when vlogging. And of course, when I'm talking to camera, I'm concentrating on talking to camera, which means that somebody else could be concentrating on me, perhaps a criminal, a pickpocket, and we do get these motorcycle gangs who drive past people, ride past people and snatch a phone. It'd be very easy to snatch the camera out of my hand. So we have to be very mindful of that. And traffic noise as well. This is really a difficult one to get around, because you almost can't get around traffic noise if you vlog in the streets. There is so much traffic and that makes a lot of noise. Heavy goods vehicles, buses and motorbikes, and some of them really are very loud indeed. Makes me wonder if they're actually street legal with the amount of noise pollution that they put out. On the left is the Regent Theatre. Oh dear, it's noisy. Just on the left here. Now how effortlessly I appear to be on camera. Oh dear, that noisy truck. And crossing roads and busy junctions can also be very difficult. I've crossed a few today, which hasn't been easy, especially in a city centre. But it's always a good idea to reach the end of a road at the end of a sentence. That way you can pick up the sentence on the other side of the road with a transition of some description or an overlay, which is why we need B-roll. It would hide that cut. And of course, piped music as well. Lots of places play piped music, and a lot of inconsiderate motorists walk around, drive around I should say, drive around playing loud music. And of course that's the last thing I want, because that would give me a copyright strike. I don't have permission to use that music in one of my videos. So yeah, that's always a problem, mindful of copyright. Nothing worse than producing a video and then find a copyright strike, and the revenue from that video goes to somebody else. Hours and hours of work, and somebody else benefits. Unwanted interactions from members of the general public. General public are very unpredictable when you're out filming. You can see this, which is evident on outside broadcasts for news companies. People who wave behind you, make inappropriate gestures behind you. It's not good, and sometimes you don't find out until weeks later when you actually come to edit the video and suddenly find, well, how am I going to edit this out? Which is why you need B-roll. Nothing worse than having a clip that you can't use and you haven't got enough B-roll to cover it. And yes, this has happened to me, which is why I always check my footage after recording each section. I suppose the question to answer is, how do I vlog in public? I break my video down into different sections or sequences, each linked with some B-roll or a transition at either end. I plan what I'm going to say and what actions I'm going to do during that sequence, whether I'm walking down the street or sitting in a static location or doing both. Before I start filming, I wait for the best moment to start filming. Wait for the background activity and what's ahead of me, any traffic to disperse. Wait for a good moment to start. Nothing worse than getting halfway through your sequence and having to start again due to too much background noise or unwanted activity that's around you. As you've probably noticed, I'm recording this video in different sections as well, and you've probably noticed the B-roll that overlays my narrative which you know is now hiding a cut or unwanted activity or something else. I'm always mindful before I start of just what is around me and try and get the best moment to start recording. Nothing worse than getting halfway through a section and having to start again. And I've done that several times on this video. The best advice I can give you is just to do it. Ignore what's around you, stay focused and go for it. I vlogged in some very busy locations. O'Connell Street in Dublin, and a busy road junction at Marble Arch in London. And each time I remained focused on what I was trying to do. And no matter what happened around me, I delivered my piece to camera. And I did it in one take. It takes practice, but you will get there. You will build up your confidence the more you vlog in public. And after I finish vlogging, I can walk back, I can retrace my steps and record any B-roll that I need to record, to hide anything that I need to hide, and any B-roll which might help tell the story of what I'm talking about in that location. And of course I always have the benefit of being able to add a voiceover, a narrative in post-production as well. And sometimes I record a separate narrative when I'm out on location. I've done this on many occasions through careful editing, and perhaps you wouldn't have noticed in watching the video that the narrative you were listening to was actually recorded separately. When I made my video from Modena in Italy some years ago, I walked past the statue of Pavarotti, and naturally it was very, very busy with tourists, and of course it was above a music school and I could hear the music from the school, which I didn't want in my video. So I recorded a separate narrative some distance away from the Pavarotti statue. And when I edited it together and edited my narrative walking away from the statue, I had a seamless piece to camera that you would never have known was recorded in 2 sections. Just up ahead is the statue of Pavarotti. I thought I'd have difficulty finding the statue, but it's just up here. He was such a brilliant tenor in his day, one of the greatest of a generation. I just love listening to his music. What a grand statue it is here. Just standing in one of the little side streets here, just down from the park. Oh, so lovely to see that statue. Absolutely brilliant. I'll leave a link to that video at the end of this one. But saying all this, practice makes perfect. There is that saying that practice makes perfect, and there is some truth in that. The more that you vlog in public, the more confidence you will grow over time, and you will become better at it. It doesn't get any easier. I've been doing this for 4 years and I still have a lot of difficulties vlogging in public. And even in this quiet little park here in the centre of London, Regent's Park, there's a lot of activity here with dog walkers and people jogging, people on their mobile phones, people talking loudly. I've had cyclists go up and down. There's a lot of activity for a quiet park. And it's that quiet activity which can affect the production of a video. Have fun making your video and enjoy your day out. Don't get stressed when things go wrong. It happens. Just refocus and find another way to deliver your piece to camera. Practice does make perfect. Remember, just like yourself, I'm one person with a camera. I don't have a Hollywood-style budget. I don't have a team to assist me. I can't close off roads, clear galleries. and make everything as perfect as it can be. Because I'm filming in public. I'm just one person with a camera and a supporting cast of thousands. Most can be unwanted if they get involved in your video through unwanted background activity. Just be mindful when you're in a public place that there are other people around you. You may not want a supporting cast of thousands or hundreds, but they have every right to be there just as you do. There's no law against filming in a public place, but try not to make the general public the stars of the show. Focus on the statue or the building or whatever it is you're talking about. And if you have to use B-roll, film B-roll, then make sure, where possible, that the public are walking away from you. I hope this video has helped you in some way, and if you have any questions, then please ask them in the comments section below. And if you want to know more about my travels, how I travel, there are videos about accommodation, transport, and other aspects of my travel already on my channel for you to watch. So don't forget to hit that subscribe button and follow my journey. And we'll see you soon for another video from somewhere else.